In today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Launch X431 Elite 2.0. Let's jump right in. We'll take a look at this new scanner. So inside the packaging, you'll get the owner's manual and a quick guide, the OBD2 port, and the actual scanner. So looking at the scanner, it's quite a bit bigger than the previous version of the X431 Elites. It fits nicely into the palms of your hand. It would have been nice though to have a small little stand here on the rear to allow you to prop the device up. On the top, you're going to have a USB-C charger, the OBD2 port, and the power on, power off button here on the right-hand side. Let's go plug the device into a car and I'll show you some of the functions it has. So as soon as this tool turns on, you're going to be greeted by the main menu. The scanner has a auto VIN detection built in. This is going to allow you to just plug the scanner in and it'll figure out which vehicle you're in. Once the scanner has figured out which vehicle you're in, it's going to run a health report. This is going to check all of the modules that the vehicle is equipped with. Now that the scanner's run the report, you're going to be given this detailed diagnostic. This will allow you to jump into each module and see what the codes are. You can also email this report over to either yourself or a customer. So looking at my report here, I have 3 codes in the BCM: sunroof, sunroof, and a inflation, and then also one for the heating and ventilation. So you hit the back button up top here. You could see the codes broken down here for you, and then you can go into each module here also. Let's take a look through some of these modules. We'll see the information that's available and some of the functions that we have. Let's go to the ECM first. I'm going to start the car and we'll see what kind of live data we have. We're just going to select a couple PIDs here. So we selected the engine load, engine speed, fuel pressure sensor, and then the mass flow sensor. So there's a graph function here on the right hand side where you can see the data in a live graph. Let's go to fuel engine speed here. And we'll see as we press the accelerator, You can see the graph picking up and coming back down. Take a look at the fuel pressure. Same thing, as we press on the accelerator, you'll see the increase in the fuel pressure. Take a look at some ignition data. We're going to select all. So we can see right now, because the vehicle's cold, the engine temp is at 62 degrees. We'll jump back out and look at one of the other modules. So now that we're back to the main menu, you can see the list of codes here again. If you want to shrink down that list, you just tap on the left side here. So same thing for the HVAC. We'll close that one out. Go into the tailgate info here, see if there's any live data we can see. We're going to open up the tailgate here. And now that we're fully open, you can see here on the chart and in the data here that our tailgate's open. We're going to shut it again. And you can see here on the live graph the tailgate closing. Let's go take a look at some of the special functions we have. We're going to go into the ECM and we're going to take a look at some of these special functions that are available. So when you scroll down, you'll have the special functions tab here. Most of the modules will have special functions available. So the reset functions on here, oil life, fuel trim, and the remote start. We'll take a look here quick too. There is an actuation test. So this is a bidirectional scan tool. So that gives you the ability to test specific functions of the vehicle, like door locks, windows, relays, a lot of options like that. So looking here at the beginning, you've got the AC clutch relay. So you could test that here, turning it on and off with the scanner instead of having to go under the hood and power it. Cooling fan, engine speed throttle, engine ignition relays, fuel system, ignition system, O2 system, starter relay. So we'll go back to the main screen here again. We're going to decrease this list here. So for those of you that have watched my previous video on the first version of the Launch C-Reader Elites, there's quite an upgrade to this model over that previous version. The biggest difference I've noticed so far is the speed of this model. It is drastically faster and not as glitchy as the previous version. So this device, it comes with a 5-year warranty. It's got lifetime free updates. It's got a 4-inch LCD screen and it's running on Android 8.1. So this model that I have is the GM version. So this one specifically only works with GM vehicles. There are other versions of this for Audi, BMW, Mercedes. Because I generally only work on GM vehicles. I got this one, and then I do have a bigger scan tool that allows me to do all models of vehicle. For the price point, this is great. It's about $189 US and about $240 Canadian. If you're working specifically just on one make, so Mercedes-Benz or GM or BMW, this is definitely a great option. You've got a ton of capabilities here with this device. If you do happen to need to work on a different vehicle, there is a mall function here. So let's go back to the main screen for a few minutes. You can jump into the mall function here. You can see a list of other vehicle manufacturers that you'll be able to purchase the ability to use with this scan tool. Depending on how many of these vehicle manufacturers you need to purchase, you may want to look at purchasing just a bigger scan tool to start off with. If you're just going to be using this for one vehicle manufacturer and maybe buy, say, Ford or BMW, depending on the model you go with, you'll still be at a pretty good price there. But if you need to do multiple vehicle manufacturers here, you may want to look at a larger bidirectional scan tool and put that money up front. So the list here is pretty extensive. There's quite a few different vehicle manufacturers here you can buy. So we'll go back to the main screen here again for it. So you've also got built in here on the main screen the update function. So when it's attached to Wi-Fi, it will instantly update when you go into there. There is the OBD2 scanner here too. This will bring you back into your main list here again. And then you got in the settings here, you've got the ability to adjust a bunch of options here. So the units of measurement, brightness, sound, your Wi-Fi network, time zone, language. You can put in shop information, recovery, cleanup, and then you can also clear the device and start fresh. Now that we're back inside and I've shown you some of the functions that this scan tool has to offer, I can also let you know that it does have the ability to do ECM programming and also key fob programming. Overall, this scanner for the price is a great buy. It has a ton of functions and features it offers. If you found this video useful or you're looking for additional information, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.